What up, what up, what up, guys? How are you doing today? And today we're going to work on simplifying numerical expressions. Now, I know you may have heard of, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's a mnemonic device that we use later on in high school, maybe junior high, college for sure. But in elementary, we do not use it. We do not use it because we don't use exponents, at least not in Texas. So we had to come up with our own mnemonic device. So the mnemonic device that we came up with is Granny makes delicious apple strudel, right? So we use Granny, G, right? Granny. G is for grouping, so we use parentheses and brackets. Makes delicious, multiplication, division. And then apple strudel, addition and subtraction. Now, how am I going to remember it, right? So what goes first? So think of Granny as the top, right? You listen to what Granny says. So Granny comes first, right? Granny comes first. So whatever she says goes. So we use whatever's in the parentheses and brackets first. Then I think of multiplication and division as twins, older twins, right? They come next. They're the ones that annoy you. They hit you and punch you. They're multiplication and division. They come next. They are second in line. And how do I know what comes first, multiplication or division? Well, just like twins, who's the oldest? Whoever came first, right? So how do we know? So we use whoever comes first, reading from left to right. So if division comes before multiplication, left to right, division comes first. If multiplication comes first, left to right, we use multiplication. And now finally to our third group, addition and subtraction. Apple strudel, right? I think of them as younger twins. They're the last group. And just like multiplication and division, who comes first? Whoever is the oldest, right? So if we see that subtraction comes first, reading from left to right, we're going to use subtraction first. If addition comes first, left to right, we're going to use addition first. So it's just the order. Granny makes delicious apple strudel. Grouping, parentheses, and brackets. Remember, Granny tells you what to do because we love Granny. She makes the rules. Twins, older twins, multiplication and division. They are next. They are second. And finally, the younger twins, addition and subtraction. They are last. So that's how we read a numerical expression in 5th grade, elementary. And we're going to do a problem together. So follow along. Pause the video if you need to take down notes. And let's get to it. All right, now guys, we have an expression here that we're going to solve. So we have 10 open bracket 3 plus open parentheses plus 5 close parentheses divided by 3 close brackets, right? So before we get started, let's go ahead and write out our mnemonic device, the one that we came up with. Remember, we don't use PEMDAS in elementary. We don't use exponents, so we came up with our own. So let's start with Granny, right? That's grouping. That's parentheses and brackets. Makes, that's multiplication. Delicious, that's division. Apple, that's addition. Strudel, that's subtraction. Granny makes delicious apple strudel. Granny comes first, right? Multiplication and division comes second. Addition and subtraction comes third. So remember what we said earlier. Granny is the head. So think of your granny as the head, right? And that's your parentheses and brackets. They go first. They tell you what to do. Now, multiplication and division are the annoying older twins. Think of them as your arms that they punch you and hit you, right? They're older. They tell you what to do. Now, we have multiplication division. Who comes first? Who's the oldest? Well, whoever comes first, starting from left to right, right? Left to right. Kind of skipped it there. So if multiplication comes first over here, we do multiplication. But if division comes first over here, we do division. Then the last are the younger twins. They're annoying too. We're gonna think of them as our legs. We kick them. We tell them what to do, right? Same thing as addition and subtraction, and multiplication and division. Who do we know who comes first? Who's the oldest? And we're gonna do the same thing, left to right. So if subtraction comes first, we'll do subtraction. If addition comes first, we'll do addition, right? So Granny is the boss of bosses. Then your older twins, they're annoying. They're the ones punching you. And then the younger twins, we're kicking them. So that's how we're going to remember it. Granny makes delicious apple strudel. Grouping, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Now let's go ahead and start solving the expression. So we see that we got to go with grouping. So and I see the parentheses here, so I'm going to go ahead and start labeling. Right? This helps me know what am I going to do first. So that looks like 1, right? And then I see we have addition and division inside the brackets as well. And addition is in front, it's first, but I know that division is older, so division comes second. And wait, I think we missed something. 10 is next to a bracket. Whenever a digit is next to a bracket or a parentheses, we know that's multiplication. So let's go ahead and draw a little dot right there, right? And because multiplication is outside of the bracket, we're gonna do addition first. So addition is third, and multiplication outside is fourth. So let's go ahead and solve it. Let's simplify the expression. We got to do with the brackets first. The parentheses. So 7 plus 5 is what? 12, right? 12. So we rewrite it. 3 plus divided by 3, close bracket, and then 10 is on the outside. So I do the steps all over again so I don't make a mistake. What's first? Division, then addition, and then multiplication, because it's on the outside of the bracket. So remember, Granny is the boss. Whatever she says goes, or she can pinch you in the cheek, right? So what is 12 divided by 3? 12 goes into 3 goes into 12 4 times. So we have 4. We rewrite it again. Boom. Right? And then some people leave the parentheses. Let's go ahead and put it in there. But once it's solved, you could go ahead and go here, and then we're gonna do our steps all over again. So that's first and that's second. And I always do this so I don't make mistakes. So I always write what's gonna go first, second, third, fourth, right? So 3 plus 7 is what? 3 plus 4. I gave you the answer. 3 plus 4 is 7. Oh, that's an ugly 7. Well, 7, right? I'll try to fix it, but hey. Now, finally, 10 times 7 is 70. And once we match it, the answer is D. All right, now let's go ahead and recap. Granny, that's our grouping symbols, parentheses and brackets. She's the boss, she's the head. Think of her as the head, right? Think of parentheses and Granny and brackets as your head. Multiplication, division, those are the older twins. They're annoying. And who's the oldest? Who comes first? The left to right. So if multiplication comes first, multiplication is the oldest. If division comes first, left to right, division is the oldest. And then the last group, addition, subtraction. They're the younger twins. They're annoying too, but we could handle them. We kick them. So think of them as your feet, addition and subtraction. And we do the same thing. Who's the oldest at addition, subtraction? Whoever comes first, left to right. So if subtraction comes before addition, Subtraction will go first. We'll do that operation first, okay?